Hey guys, what's up? So for today's video, I wanted to do a trend that I've been seeing on YouTube for a while. I know it may be a little bit late to do this trend. It's definitely a video that I really wanted to film ever since this trend blasted out on YouTube. One YouTuber did it, and then another YouTuber did it, and it just became a whole trend. So I'm just like, I really want to hop on this trend and make a video like this because I've never really filmed a makeup video before, and it is something that I really do enjoy doing. So today I'm going to be filming, I tried to follow a James Charles makeup tutorial. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm not an expert on makeup, and I'm also not really that bad at it, so I'm really interested to see how this will turn out. I'll be following his how to get perfect skin with makeup video. I have all my makeup here with me, and I'm just gonna take off the makeup that I already have. And if you want to see me follow the tutorial, keep on watching. So right before I begin following the tutorial, I'm just gonna take off any makeup that I already have on my face using my Sephora Yuzu cleansing wipes. And I'm just gonna, yeah. So location change because the sun is so bright outside, so the window is like casting onto my shirt, my face. So I just decided to film in my room instead. So as I was saying, I'm going to be taking my Sephora Yuzu cleansing wipes, and I'm just gonna take off all my makeup with this, and then I'll get started with the tutorial. My makeup is very light. I just had tinted moisturizer and a little bit of concealer under my eyes. So yeah, I may not look that different, but yeah, I keep my makeup very light. So first he uses a primer. I don't have a primer because I just ran out of it. I used the Tony Moly Egg Primer, Egg Pore Primer. I'm just going to be using, instead of primer, a good moisturizer on my face. The moisturizer I will use for this is the Clinique Moisture Surge. And I'm just going to be applying this all over my face just like a regular primer. Okay, so he's saying that he likes to apply some kind of creamy concealer onto the top of his nose before he starts off with any of the normal makeup. So I don't have the same contour palette that he has, but he did say you could use a concealer. I'm going to be using the Naked Skin Urban Decay Concealer in the shade Medium Dark Warm.
What I'm going to do is literally just go all over my nose and really pack this in. Please do not do
He's
this.
packing it onto his nose, like so. I don't know how I feel about that so far. It kind of looks a bit odd, but he really caked it on, so I'm gonna follow the tutorial and cake it on as well. So after that he blends it out, so I'm just gonna blend it out. So that's how the first step looks like. So I just slightly blended out the concealer all over my nose, and let's see what he does next. Next, James uses the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I luckily have it, and it's one of the best foundations in the world because it is so lightweight, yet it provides you with great coverage for your skin. So I'm going to be using this, and it's in the shade Honey. So he pumped 2 pumps of this onto his hand, like this. Oop, shit. He takes the bottom of the Beauty Blender sponge. He's applying this down to where his jawline is first. So I'm just gonna follow that same motion. He's really patting it onto the skin and not smearing it like Tana Mongeau. So I really like that technique, and it feels very moisturizing on my skin, and it's also very it provides a very good finish. So I'm just gonna be patting this onto my skin. Alright, so now that I've blended the foundation all over my face, as you guys can see, it provided a very dewy, natural, radiant, born this way finish, which is what I really liked about this foundation. Now James is gonna conceal his under eye area and conceal places of his face, so let's see what he does for that.
And the most popular question that I got with concealer is how do I set it in place and make sure it doesn't look cakey and creasy?
Okay, hold up. James takes concealing to a whole nother level. He uses a lot of concealer on his face. I would maybe use like little like four or five tiny dots under my under eye circle, and I will call it a day. But like he's going full out like all over. I never done this intense level makeup before, like on my own. So like, and he applied a lot on his forehead too, which it's like crazy. I feel like that I just wasted a lot of concealer doing this. Like I really didn't need to, but I'm following the video, so I don't know. Hopefully I'll look stunning at the end. And he's applying some to his chin area, and I've never seen that before, but let's do that. So he's applying it all over his chin, which, I don't know, I'm starting to look like a porcelain doll, but... So now James is starting to blend the concealer all over his skin. So he's starting down and working his way up, so I'm gonna do the same thing. So this is what it looks like with the concealer blended in all over my skin. On the camera, on the viewfinder right now, it looks really nice, but like, as I look up close, I'm starting to think that kinda looks cakey. Now he's taking setting powder and setting it across his face, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder, and I'm just gonna be doing it underneath my eyes, like how he's doing it, and doing it like from my jawline too, and hopefully that does something. He's gonna push creases up. We're literally gonna look like a cake. So now my face is all powdered up and set in place. I'm now going to...
Sculpting, contouring, blush, bronzer, highlighter.
So now he's gonna go over his face with his setting spray. So I'm gonna use the Shiseido Ibuki Quick Fix Mist. He's lightly spritzing this all over his face. So before contouring, he said that he's gonna bronze his face first. However, I don't own a bronzer, so sorry James, we're gonna skip to contouring instead. And I'm gonna be using my Sephora Pro Small Blush Brush. Since I have a small face, the blush brush works best for contouring for me. So James is gonna dip into this shade and a little bit in this shade. So it's gonna take a bit of that. And of course, get rid of any excess.
I'm gonna imagine that there's a line right here from the top of my ear down to the corner of my mouth, and I'm gonna place my brush right here and focus the most amount of color right here.
So now we're gonna move on to contouring the nose. And for contouring the nose, he's taking a little, tiny little kind of like eyeshadow brush, kind of, and he's just gonna work it down like the lines of his nose. And he's saying the closer the lines are, the more snatched your nose will look. So I think I have a kind of like a wide nose, so I'm just gonna shorten that up and give myself a snatched look today. So now I'm done the nose contour. He's taking a little bit of blush and he's applying it over a little bit on top of the contour. That contour is poorly blended, but I tried blending it and it just wasn't working out, so give me a break. He's taking a little bit of blush and he's just doing it on top of his contour. I like to use the Marc Jacobs Night Fever and Hot Stuff blush. It is a very, very pretty blush, and I'm just gonna be lightly doing this on the top of my contours. Hopefully I'll look a bit blushed.
If you follow all the steps that I was talking about, a highlighter very, very close to the end of the back onto your face throughout your makeup routine. The left.
So again, after the blush, he's gonna be taking his setting spray and lightly spritzing it all over his face again. So I'm gonna do the same thing. So now James is gonna be moving on to highlighter, and I'm gonna be using the amazing Fenty Beauty highlighter. This is so pigmented and so pretty that it'll just look good on anyone who wants to go for a very high pigmented look. And I'll be using this part of the highlighter, and I'm going to be going over on top of the contour where James places the highlight. So he said he's going to spritz the brush lightly as well, so let's do that.
Right
And I'll just be placing the highlight at the top of my cheekbone. That is a blinding highlight. So he said take a small brush and he's going to be applying a little bit of the highlight again. And this is the Pro Blending Sephora brush in number 27 for those that want to know. It's a really good eyeshadow brush too for blending in on the crease. But we'll be using that as highlighting today. So that's how the highlight looks at the very top of my nose. He said not to do it too much like as a line, but a little bit at the top of the nose. I really like that nose highlight right now. It looks really good. So now what he's going to do next is he said he's going to bake his face. So I never did baking before. I rarely even use like setting powder, like it's still pretty full. Like baking also helps with making the contour line look a bit more sharp, and let's give it a try. So he's dipping his beauty blender into the powder and he's applying the powder right on the sides of his nose. So I'm gonna do that. So doing a little bit like of powder right over here will help enhance the highlight now. So as you guys can see, like my nose is being transformed into a pinched nose. So he's gonna take a little bit more powder and he's gonna pack it on right underneath where we did the contour. So I'm gonna dip it in again and he's like, and work it down. I don't know if I did that correctly or not. That might have been really wrong, but I don't know. I'm trying to follow this tutorial to the best of my ability, so hopefully it's turning out good. Probably should have done it like this instead, but I don't know why I did that. If he's taking the powder underneath the contour, I can really see it like defining the line. I feel like after I'm done baking the oven to 360 degrees and I take the powder off, the contour will look more sharp. So now I'm done the face makeup, so I'm going to leave this powder on my face for 20 to 30 minutes. He takes a brush and he just swoops it off his face. So he did his eyebrows off camera, but I'm going to show you guys how I do my eyebrows with the Anastasia Dip Brow and brush together. I take the Dip Brow shade in Granite, and I use this brush, and I'm just going to be dipping like the brush in with the pomade. I'm just going to be lightly feathering that out. So I will be making a little bit of a line just to make a shape of the eyebrow. I don't like to do the top too much. I like to keep my brows looking very masculine. The lighting is so weird. I don't know why. It's all of a sudden it got so bright. So yeah, I basically, if you guys notice, I made a line right here to help give my eyebrows some more shape. I'm just going to take a little tiny bit again and just feather that out my eyebrow just to give it a more filled in and thick appearance. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other eyebrow. So I just did my brows and now he applied false lashes. And if you guys don't know about me, I suck like really bad at applying false lashes on my eyelids. Like it just does not work at all. So he does it in the tutorial, and since I'm following the tutorial, it is mandatory that I apply the false lashes. So without further ado, be prepared to laugh your ass off as I attempt to put on false lashes. So I'm going to be using the Sephora Collection number 4 in Fringe. And I'm going to be applying a very thin layer of glue on the bottom part of the lashes. And I'm just going to be leaving them out right now to dry for a good minute before I apply them. So I'm just going to zoom in, and they say you look down while applying the false lashes, so I'm going to try that. Did I do it right? I don't know. Nope, I did not, because you see here it's not even like, oh my god, this is so hard. So I somehow applied the lashes on and they look somewhat decent. Not the best, but a little better than how I first did them before. So now he's going to wipe the powder off his face with his brush. So I'm going to do the same thing. So now he's going to be taking his setting spray and spritzing it all over his face to set all the makeup in place. So we're almost done with the tutorial. He's going to be taking a little more highlight that he said, because we might have lost a bit of highlight from the powder, that he's going to be taking a little bit more highlight and applying it again to the areas of his face. So I think for the last step of the tutorial, he's gonna be talking about how he got lip injections. I'd say my lips are pretty plumped already, that I don't need lip injections. So we're gonna skip that because that's like surgery and thousands of dollars. I don't have a lip liner or a lipstick, so I'm gonna be using my trusty little Benetint by Benefit Cosmetics. And I'm just gonna be applying that all over my lips, making my lips look really plumped. So now he's going to be using a different setting spray, but I use the Ibuki setting spray because that shit is amazing. So finally, we're done with the tutorial. This is how the makeup looks. I feel like I really love how it looks. Like, I thought at the beginning of this tutorial that would be like a big hot mess. The Fenty Beauty highlighter is amazing for highlight. Like, it just makes things look so pigmented and so pretty. And oh shoot, I also forgot to add highlight to this part of my face like he did in the tutorial. So let me know how I did in the comment box below. And I feel like I'll definitely use like the baking and the powder tip more often. So that's pretty much it for this video. I've never ever like done this type of video before, but I really wanted to do it. And so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it and you want to see more, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, because that way you'll never miss one of my videos. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys really soon with the next video. Goodbye.